At first, everything was still. Everything was submerged. Huracan, the heart of heaven, and the gods Shpiakok and Shmukane wanted to bring the land up to populate it. So they made the animals, large and small, and planted a great tree which, separating heaven and earth, bound them together, with its roots in the underworld and its branches pointing to the sky. The gods failed to create men who would worship them. They tried to create man out of clay, but they were unable to worship. They were destroyed in a great flood. They tried to make them out of wood, but though they spoke and moved, they had neither soul nor conscience. Disillusioned, the gods turned them into apes. The world was incomplete. Just as men were missing, so was the sun and the moon. Feeling alone, Shpiakok and Shmukane spawned Apus, two divine sons they called Hunhunapu and Vukubunapu. These brothers were virtuous in all the arts and exquisite players of Pok-to-Pok, a ritualistic ball game. However, whenever they played, they disturbed the other gods of the underworld, the kingdom of Xibalba. It was ruled by Hun-Kame and Vuku-Kame. Together with their 10 princes, they were the source of all sickness and misfortune. They challenged Hun-Hunapu and his brother to a game, but they wanted to kill them. Saying goodbye to their mother Shmukane, Hun-Hunapu and Vuku-Hunapu left, flying over rivers of blood and boiling water to the underworld. But even worse dangers had been prepared by the lords of Xibalba to destroy the brothers. Defeated, they were killed, and their heads were placed on the branches of a barren tree that had never borne fruit. Yet, magically, overnight, the cacao fruit covered the tree. Astonished, the gods of the underworld forbade all to approach it, but Jikuk, daughter of one of the princes of Xibalba, disobeyed. Approaching the tree, she saw that Hunhunapu's head was now a fruit of cacao. She reached out her hand and immediately became pregnant. And though reluctant, Shmukane, Hunhunapu's mother, took her in as his daughter-in-law. At the end of the pregnancy, she gave birth to 2 prodigious twins, Hunapu and Shpelanke, both even more fearless, restless, and brave than Hunhunapu. One day, they took their father's ball and went to play in the Pok-to-Pok field. And again, the rest of the lords of Xibalba was disturbed. Soon after, they sent a message with a new summons. The message passed through the mouths of several animals, but it reached the ears of Hunapu and Shpelanke. They had to descend into the terrible kingdom of Xibalba. Hun-Kame, Vuku-Kame, and their princes had prepared the same traps for the twins that had victimized their father, but the brothers always escaped. And so they convinced the lords of Xibalba that they had the power of resurrection. Greedy, the lords of Xibalba wanted to try it, letting the twins kill them. The twins, however, never resurrected them, and the empire of Xibalba collapsed. Hunapu and Shpelanke then returned to the field where they played, and there they confessed to the spirit of their parents that they were avenged. There was balance in the world thanks to these sons of cacao. Corn and cacao could now grow. With them, the gods finally created real men. Freed from all tasks on earth, the Hunapu and Shpelanke twins ascended to the heavens, where they became sons